Taiwan, I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's hotels are charging rates many travelers aren't willing to pay. Although it's hurting the tourism sector's post-pandemic recovery, industry insiders say there's not much they can do about it. John Van Trieste has this report.
A freshly made-up room with no guests to stay in it. High prices at Taiwan's hotels are keeping would-be travelers away. According to the Tourism Administration, a night in Taipei at a hotel geared towards tourists cost around $150 during the first 3 quarters of 2023. In Nantou County, a scenic area home to popular attractions like Sun Moon Lake, it was closer to $460, making the area Taiwan's most expensive. But even Taipei's lower prices are too high for many domestic travelers.
我在网上看的时候确实有一点贵，在台北这一步就是觉得价格比较高，所以我就是这样子住 B&B 的。
It's got those who still want to travel looking for better deals abroad.
像我们去日本或者是去韩国，一般家庭房可能大概不会超过1万块，大概可能8000上下的价钱。但是在国内，你如果是说因为带小朋友出去要一个比较好一点的环境，其实大概都是要上万块。
Those in the hospitality industry say lowering prices is tricky at a time when hotels are being squeezed by rising costs and a lack of staff.
呼吁政府可以尊重市场机制，这个市场给的这个房价的价格，人力不足，那原本可以开所有的房间来卖的，变成因为人力的考量，所以我可能仅开5成或6成的房间来卖。
In a recent interview, Transportation Minister Wang Guocai, whose remit includes tourism, said hotels should be able to lower prices eventually. He says the key is to get the number of international visitors up to the government's target of 12 million a year. The trouble is that Taiwan has never seen that level of visitor traffic. The closest it came was in 2019, when a record-setting 11.9 million people arrived. But last year, as the country loosened pandemic rules, arrivals were only about half that level. Officials have proposed some help for hotels.
去协助业者能够提升他们的服务。那同时我们会依照那个世界的潮流呢，我们去修正这个要点。像未来也会针对永续这一部分来做一个加强。
But it's price, not quality, that's the issue. And so, for Taiwan's hotels, it's sink or swim. James Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Haikun, Taiwan's first domestically built submarine, is undergoing testing at Kaohsiung Harbor. Anticipation is high for the first ship of its class, with hopes that it will bolster Taiwan's Navy. As part of its harbor testing, the Haikun will be evaluated for balance and stability before being assessed at sea. No deadline has been set for its delivery. China's ousted former foreign minister has resigned from the country's national legislature. Qin Gang's departure comes 2 weeks before Beijing's annual political conferences. Qin has not been seen in public since last June, and he was removed from his post in July with no explanation given. He still holds a seat on the Communist Party's Central Committee. Also on Tuesday, former Defense Minister Li Shangfu was removed from a key military command body. Li was also sacked as minister last year without explanation. The government has held its first hearing on possible amendments to Taiwan's Assisted Reproduction Act. Scholars and civic groups offered their opinion on changes to the laws. Surrogacy is currently not legal in Taiwan, while single people and lesbian couples do not have the same access to sperm and egg donations as heterosexual couples. There will be a second hearing in March. The Health Ministry is expected to incorporate the hearing's findings into amendments to these regulations. In Japan, people have been calling it the TSMC shock. The unmatched global chip maker's newly opened fab in farmtown Kikuyo has sent ripple effects across Kumamoto Prefecture. Our reporter Joyce Tseng is on the ground to speak to those at the epicenter of the historic investment.
In this Japanese farm town, a powerful new neighbor, global semiconductor giant TSMC. The company's multi-billion-dollar fab under local subsidiary JASM has become Japan's most advanced chip-making facility. It's a huge economic and technological boost for the 41,000 people here in Kikuyo and the entire Kumamoto Prefecture, home to 1.7 million people. But the mega investment has made some people nervous, like Maeda Kayoko. She runs the largest pig farm in Kumamoto, just minutes away from the TSMC site, and worries newcomers might not fit into the area.
家畜の鳴き声とか匂いとかですね、スメルね、新しく近隣にですね、引っ越してきた人がどう思うかは私たちは分からない。
Speaking exclusively to TaiwanPlus, Town Mayor Yoshimoto Takatoshi says setting common ground between farmers and chip makers is a priority. The town of Kikuyo is no stranger to semiconductors, already home to local tech giants Sony and Tokyo Electron. But TSMC's impact is a new level. Latest stats show Kumamoto's economic value is just over $40 billion. TSMC's JASM alone has added half that amount, and that includes its plan for a second fab. Mayor Yoshimoto says it's an unprecedented opportunity for his town, but one that comes with risks.
やはり半導体というとものすごくやはり水を使うので、地下水を保全するっていうのは非常に大事だと思います。そのためにやはりしっかりと農地を確保して、ジャスムの皆さん方が安心して、地下水が供給できるような体制を取るためにはやはり農業というのは守らなければいけないと思いますし。
And water isn't the only concern. There's also the issue of land. Real estate firm Meiwa has been racing to find plots to build more housing.
ただやっぱりジャスムさんの要望の物件を探そうとするとどうしてもやっぱ新しく作るしか方法がないということで
JASM wants employees to have new apartments made of concrete, not wood like traditional Japanese homes, and have surveillance cameras for safety. Some units are being snatched up as they're built.
There's 40 units in this building, and this one-bedroom apartment is the only one left. Now, the real estate manager told me that Japanese apartments on average are not this big. They're usually only 33 to 34 square meters, but this one is 40, and that's at the request of Taiwanese families wanting a bigger space, and so they've been building to suit these needs.
But with more people moving in, traffic has only gotten worse. Local resident Keishi Hisatomi's 15-minute commute to his supermarket job can now take over an hour. But stocking new Taiwanese goods on his shelves, he says the trade-off is worth it.
うちとしてはその通勤の渋滞というよりも、お客様が増えたので、うちは喜ばしいことかなと思ってます。
The town is transforming, and residents are finding ways to adapt. Some hadn't even heard of TSMC before, but seeing its influence, they're excited to promote their area, with the hope that Kikuyo's farm town charm won't be lost. Joseph Wu and Joyce Sun in Kumamoto, Japan, for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwanese track cyclist is one step closer to going to the Olympics after nabbing a bronze medal in New Delhi. Huang Ting-ying represented Taiwan's national team in the elite category of the Asia Track Cycling Championships. Her bronze is among 13 medals won by the team's athletes at the event. Taiwan's junior riders also seized 12 medals in their division, including 4 golds, 5 silvers, and 3 bronzes. The best young figure skaters in the world will compete in Taipei over the next 5 days. The World Junior Figure Skating Championships open on Wednesday, returning to Taipei for the first time in 7 years. Of the hometown favorites, 14-year-old Cai Yufeng is the first figure skater from Taiwan to compete at the Winter Youth Olympics. And this will be the last youth competition for 17-year-old Liu Yuxiang. 187 skaters from around the world are set to compete in the tournament. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, take a look at these artistic demonstrations on display by Gazans at a museum in the West Bank. I'm Liao. Take care, and I'll see you next time.